As always, we continue our Team 3 coverage right now with Reverend Earl Fisher. Dr. Fisher, welcome back to the news at 4:30. We heard the statement earlier, let this be a rallying cry to confront a broken system. Today, is the system broken?
I think it's clear. Of course, our heart goes out to Sister Rovon, Brother Rodney, and the Wells family. I don't think any reasonable and objective person can look at the set of facts and circumstances that were presented here and not come up with some level of culpability for these officers. I think it is reasonable to suggest that the prosecution didn't put on the best case. It was not as thorough or as robust or as comprehensive as the case that they brought in the Young Dolph murder trial, for instance. They put on 5 witnesses. The defense put on 17 witnesses. They put on more than 15 witnesses in the Young Dolph trial. So there was something left lacking. And if you look at the makeup of the jury that clearly was more sympathetic to law enforcement, it's hard for me to see how justice was actually done in this case. As
a community, as a black man, what message does this verdict send to the community?
That the threshold for equal protection under the law is almost insurmountable if you are in black skin. I don't think that, this is the first time I sat in that courtroom right behind Sister Rovon and Brother Rodney one of those days, and it was my first time looking at a jury that I thought was actually trying to humanize a few black men who were on trial for murder. I don't think they were doing that because they were black. They were doing that because they were police officers. And I was frustrated by what I felt and what I saw. And I don't think that anything we've experienced in this trial actually got us closer to the truth of what actually happened to Tyree. And I think policing right now exists in this gap between policy and culture.
That's what I wanted to ask you about when it comes to accountability, when it comes to where we go with policing and police practices in our community, in the city of Memphis. What are you hearing? Where do we go?
I heard Chief Davis get on national television and say confidently that these officers, all 5 of them, violated policy and did not follow their training. And if she meant what she said, now she has to come and help us sift through whatever the results of this verdict is. It is ironic to me. Now, I understand that some of this is armchair quarterbacking, but people tell me what to preach at Abyssinian all the time. I don't know why the defense did not call any MPD officer. They didn't call Chief Davis. They didn't call any of her lieutenants. And so I'm curious, like, what we are supposed to do now with this gap between the culture of policing, which was clear on the video, and the policies of policing as testified to by Chief Davis.
Obviously today, and I've been on the set for most of the afternoon, we've heard from those in the faith-based community. We've heard from state lawmakers, U.S. representatives, and others, but haven't heard a lot from the city of Memphis and maybe even the police chief. What do you want to hear? What do we need to hear from them?
I want them to speak their truth. This is the time to lead with a level of political courage that I've been trying to call forth, but I don't think we've really seen. Because this is the point where you stand on what your deepest moral convictions are. And if there's an issue with the policy, if this is more than just some political talking point or some political theater, then now's the time to show and prove that. I know D.A. Mulroy, I know Mayor Young, I know Chief Davis, and all of us have things that we have to do in our positions of authority that in some ways kind of like coddle the systems that we're connected to. But true leadership is shown when you're able to stand firmly and full-throated and say, you know what, this was wrong no matter how you slice it. And if Chief Davis meant what she said on CNN and these other news outlets, then now she has to stand forth and reinforce that.
We'll be listening and watching. Dr. Earl Fisher.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you. Always.